Ano na? Andyan pa rin kayo mga Kalbros. Thank you so much. Welcome sa Basketballeros with the Kalbros.
Yay!
I'm Benji.
And I'm Casey, and this is a show where we take a deep dive into the stories behind your favorite basketball memories. So follow us, hit that bell notification, and let's get it on!
Ngayon, imposibleng hindi nyo kilala yung guest namin. Galing... Imposible nga, hindi nyo kilala. Hindi mo kilala.
Okay.
Galing UAAP, tumawid ng PBA, naging PBA star, tapos pumunta ng Japan. Ibang klase nito talaga dahil sa mga sure pick namin sa basketball. Ito yung uunahin namin. Ladies and gentlemen, Kiefer Ravena.
Yes!
Yes, thank you, Tito Benj, Sir Casey.
Thank you. At pinagbigyan mo kami. Thank you.
Nako. Thank you very much.
Kamusta naman ang married life?
Good,
bro,
masaya.
Congrats.
Masaya, thank you. It's been almost a couple of months now na nandun na ako sa stage na yon. So, overall, it's been a great ride.
May hangover pa nung
may
kasal.
onti pa, may recover pa. Kakauwi lang namin galing Palawan. So, may onting pa. Nararamdaman dun sa mga sleepless nights.
Pagod. Yung
lahat. Pero of course, bukod dun, enjoy. Kasi syempre, natagal din namin prepare yung wedding na yun just to make sure everybody can have a little vacation, enjoy the celebration at the same time, spend time with family din.
Yeah. Ano yung mas kinabahan ka? Nung first time mo naglaro sa Japan o nung kinasal ka?
Yung kasal.
Mas
yung kasal
Or yung best man speech ni 30.
Actually, that's a different story in itself. Pero yung kasal siguro.
Parang kasi na to this is your life.
Oo.
Ang basketball mo kasi may contract Ito walang contract
Forever contract.
In basketball, you can play another game.
So dapat ba talaga may contract ang marriage sa tingin mo?
Di ba meron?
Meron,
no? Wala lang expiry date.
Question lang.
Well, I'm on my second contract na.
Like for example, okay, let's give it like 3 years lang, pirma tayo. Tapos okay, renew natin. Pag matagal ka ng kasal, mahirap din Like kami kasi nung wife ko, kami, mahilig kami mag-workout.
What's happening here? Is this turning into a personal...
No. I mean,
okay.
Yung advice ko lang sa kanya. Kasi mahilig kami mag-workout, everyday nag-workout kami, and then nagda-diet, tapos sinabi niya, bukas naman, cheat day tayo. Tapos nagdala akong babae.
Sineryoso?
Ng cheat day. Siya, ang dala niya, puro KFC, McDonald's. Tapos nagalit sa akin.
Sineryoso mo
Sinabi mo talaga
Mali. Sino mali sa amin? Cheat day, sabi.
Totoo naman. You told the truth.
Sa tingin
Sumunod ka lang.
Sa tingin mo, ikakat nila to, hindi. So, anyway. Okay. Pero congratulations again.
Yeah.
Congratulations. At least.
Yeah, so you're married. Yes, welcome to the married life.
Yes.
And so...
Ba't malungkot ka na sinabi mo? Dapat, welcome to the married life.
Welcome, you're married.
Yes.
Yes. So has it happened already? Has it happened? You want to wait? Is she the boss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I'm para na akong para akong maina na ibon Opo, hindi po.
Hindi kasi nga,
it's easier that way.
The old saying, happy life, happy wife. I mean, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Tama, diba?
Go with whatever you want.
Yeah, both ways.
Yeah.
It's like that lang.
Happy wife, happy life. But that is true. You have learned wise. Opo is the correct answer.
Alam mo yung...
Opo and sorry.
Yeah, alam mo yung...
Good morning, sorry. Huh?
Advance.
Basta.
Alam mo yung pag nasa Japan ka, snow, depressing. So, ibayin na natin yung usap, depressing na rin to. Yari ako pag napanood to. Anyway.
Let's talk about your shirt, right? You got a Jordan.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Jordan brand event that you just took part of recently.
Ba't ganun?
Bakit?
Di ba dapat we should be wearing Jordan? Dapat may...
Hindi ako nasabihan
Sayang. Dapat...
Well, you know where we're
Pwede
at
natin ulitin to para at least naka-Jordans kami. Nakakaya naman. Kailangan natin...
Tama.
Uy, hanap mo ako, baka mag-sponsor yung Crocs sa akin. Hindi ako nagpaparinig.
Sobrang surreal event for me. Syempre, I think there's not a lot of of people, especially here in the Philippines tayo na sobrang avid basketball fans. And never in our lifetime na maiisip natin, makikita natin si Michael Jordan, di ba? Pero parang siguro inisip lang natin kailan kaya siya pupunta dito. I'm sure yung following niya from sila Tito Benji, yan ang talagang sila Airpods, yan talaga yung pinapanood. Ako, ginagisnan ko yung latter part ng career niya. And actually being there, parang hindi talaga ako makapaniwala. And the stories of him having an aura, I would say it's true. In a way na you would feel he's there. Because honestly, when the first time I went there, nung nandun ako sa workshop na pupuntahan namin na all the athletes were there, parang may iba. There's just, hindi ko man alam kung anong oras siya dadating or something like that, or will he even be there. Pero there was something, and then I just didn't mind up until I went to the room and pinakilala na siya sa akin for the first time. And after that, and parang nandun na nag-sink in sa akin yung fact na...
So matagal.
Oo, matagal talaga. Kasi I'm sure yung mga taong nakasama ko doon, say si Luka, normal niya naman nakikita si Zion, normal niya na lang nakikita sila Banchero, those guys. Nakakalaban mo na yan palagi sa isang taon, ilang beses mo nakakalaban. Ako na basketball fan lang din, parang sobrang mesmerized ako sa environment na nandun ako, sa isang kwarto na parang ganito na nandun lahat yung mga bigati na pangalan na yun. Tapos nandun pa si Michael Jordan na I would say one of my biggest inspirations, together with Kobe Bryant, na talagang naghulma sa akin pagdating sa basketball aspirations, diba? So like dinidescribe ng wife ko, I was just there like she saw me like a kid in a candy store, just looking at all my idols and enjoying the scenery.
I think it's different. Like even like me, if I were to meet someone who I watch play now, who, let's say LeBron, right? You can arguably say that he's one or two, right, in the NBA. But because I'm a little bit older, if I met him, I'm like, oh, it's LeBron. But I grew up watching Jordan, and Jordan is not playing. So from a childhood aspect to, adulthood, I watched Jordan. So he was like next level Pegasus, rainbow god level for me. So it must have been like a bit out of body for you to actually meet him.
No, 100%. Siguro yun yung parang sa akin. There's this parang sensation na parang alam kong mauuna ako siguro as a Filipino na nakilala to si Michael Jordan as a basketball player, di ba? So it's a great achievement for me, something that I'll really be proud of. And hopefully, it's the start of something for me na being with the brand and being able to join the board of greatness, and hopefully I can do that for a long time.
That's so cool to say. With the brand.
May nagsabing NBA player, di ba? Nagkaroon ng All-Star. Andun All-Star game na andun lahat ng mga NBA greatest.
Yes.
Kwentuhan, ingay. And then nang dumating si Jordan, totally tahimik lahat.
Tumigil
lahat. Para talagang
Moses.
Oo. Iba daw
totoo.
Yung sinabing aura, iba talaga.
Yeah, meron talaga. May presence na, parang may tao dito.
Ganyan din yan. Pag, alam mo, darating na yung misis mo sa bahay, ganun din yun. Tatahimik lahat.
Dito si MJ.
Ayun si MJ.
So, aside from MJ, like, is there any other basketball idols that you either met or would like to meet?
Of course, I was able to meet Luka. Now, syempre, si Luka Doncic, alam naman natin na isa sa mga, pinakamalalaking fan base yan, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, pati sa buong mundo, on how he plays. It helps that you're actually good looking as well.
I was gonna say, pogi kasi.
Diba? So, and...
At ngayon, medyo, fit.
Diba?
Grabe, no?
Ngayon, and that's true. I saw it, like, personally, na...
Payat na siya.
Payat na talaga siya. So, it's, as a Laker fan, it's something that I could look forward to this coming season. But of course, all the Jordan athletes, I was excited to meet Chris Paul. Hindi lang siya nakapunta kasi I think he was doing something in the States that was during the event as well. Siyempre, isa siya sa mga point guards talaga na pinapanood ko nung before pa. I would spend, hours and hours of film, game highlights and whatever to just see how he studies, how he moves on the court. Excited din ako ma-meet yung mga ibang athletes actually. Ng mga NFL guys, MLB guys. To my surprise, talagang very approachable sila and talagang hindi mo parang hindi sila yung mga iniisip mong personalities na yun at that event itself.
Kasi yung mga baseball players, they're not... I don't think they have the fanfare as an NBA player. So certainly there are, but there's a lot more players in the MLB. And so, like,
for sure,
I feel that they're a little bit more appreciative.
At the end of the day, it's still America's pastime. They're still probably one of the most watched sports in America. And ako rin, parang every now and then, of course, now you hear Ohtani and those of those players. Pero the guys that I was with were like World Series champions also. So when you search their names online,
you're like,
damn,
this guy.
Yeah, I was passing this shot to this guy. It's like
yun lang kasi hindi tayo masyado, we're not a baseball
and I think hindi rin siguro accessible yung ganun as the NBA na.
It's
like,
I mean, we're basketball
watch it right away.
So.
Sa kaya nga tinanong mo siya kanina yung mga idols, di ba? Kaya nga yung sinasabi nila, para makilala ka or maging idol ka, may trademark ka. You're not an ordinary player who plays an ordinary game. Na who can shoot, who can pass. Pero yung meron kang trademark talaga na nagagawa. So, ganun talaga yun.
Yeah.
So anyway, looking at it now, would you say you went over or under your own expectations sa career mo?
Siguro,
hindi pa tapos eh.
I would still...
I mean yung, kasi parang like, nagpunta kang from UAAP, nag-PBA ka, ano ba expectation doon?
Siguro, I think over my expectations. Over my expectations, but hindi ako kontento doon. In a way. Kasi, syempre, kung di dahil kay 30, hindi naman po siguro mag-open yung opportunities overseas. I don't think when he was able to trailblaze that path.
Not only sa'yo, no? Sa lahat.
Yes, sa lahat. Kasi if he wasn't able to open that, I don't think, the Asian basketball scene would take notice that, not only Filipinos are good, but, they're a big market. As the end of the day, we always say, basketball is a business. So, nakikita nila na, ang daming fans ni Kobe, ang daming fans ni Dwight, ni Kai Soto, di ba? Parang, it's not that na hinahabol mo lang yung fanbase na kasi magagaling pa tayo. So, malaking factor yun yung nagawa ni 30 into overachieving my career. Kasi, ako, all settled down na ako sa PBA. Kung tutusin mo, I was there 4 years already. Drafted ako nung 2017. Left, tail end of 2020, going to 2021 just because, of the pandemic. So, it was like, a situation wherein hindi ko naman dinadasal na, sana makaalis ako dito. Pero, it just fit at all at the same time. I just had an opportunity that came in front of me, something that would let me grow and at the same time give me a better future to prepare after basketball. So, parang ganun po siguro, over, but at the same time, may mas gusto pang i-achieve.
Saka, it's good thing is, yung like Japan, Korea, and Taipei, puro mga Filipinos din yung andun.
Yeah,
so, yung fan base, kumbaga parang you're giving them entertainment also.
Totoo,
so, parang natutuwa sila.
Actually, isa rin po talaga yun sa pinaka... kung bakit din namin nagagawa yung ginagawa namin. It's like why we're able to do our whys, when we see Filipino families over there overseas. In Japan, honestly, when it comes to tickets, it's not that cheap. You'll spend a decent amount. If you're family of 4, you'll spend. And then travel time, food, etc. But the effort they put in, to watch us play overseas, nakakataba ng puso. Parang it's something that keeps us going. Something that, reminds us bakit namin binabandera yung flag ng Pilipinas, diba? In our own little ways.
Saka maganda ron, kahit away game kayo, may mga fans pa rin.
May mga
Pilipino
meron pa din.
No, it's really cool to see. Like, I mean, obviously because you are who you are and you're able to go to these places, but like just the Filipino spirit.
Yes.
You don't know these people, right?
No. Yes.
But
100%.
they show up to watch you because they can say he's one of ours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
And it's such a beautiful thing.
And it's nice because I mean everybody sees the schedule prior. It's not like, you right now you can see kung sino ng kalaban namin ng January, February.
So nakaset na.
Oo, nakaset na yan.
So they can plan big time.
If I'm playing, let's say I'm playing Hokkaido where Dwight plays, the Filipinos in Hokkaido or in my place can plan out, there's 2 Filipinos you could watch in one game. So that's also nice, that they're able to, plan ahead, set their schedules apart. Of course, Japan is a very hardworking culture. Everybody's just really work. Every now and then have a weekend just to watch Filipinos play basketball. I think it's their, stress reliever as well.
Pero yung team nyo ba, they're allowing you to, after the game, to sign autographs and to have picture taken with the Filipinos?
Yeah, I think there's just a special area dedicated to the fans. And after ng game, Tito Benj, kung nakapanood ka na, ang daming niyan eh.
Nakita ko.
Ang daming fanfare talaga. So there's always time for the fans. And since it's a home and away type of thing, of course, as an organization, you want to maintain that relationship with your community. Kasi sila yung manunood palagi sa'yo eh. Manalo, matalo eh. Yan ang magbibili ng tickets mo eh. Yeah. So I guess that's the good thing about being out there in Japan and then seeing that type of atmosphere every weekend.
So you actually talked about 30 kanina. You must be proud. You're proud of him as a little brother that he's out. Parang siya yung Crash Bandicoot ng family, right? He's just out there doing things.
Yan talaga. Very much proud kasi nakakatawa yan eh. Kasi I saw them grow up, him and Kobe. They've both come a long way and parang magkapatid din yung dalawa na yan in their own rights kasi parehas talaga sila ng trip sa lahat ng ginagawa nila.
Totoo yun.
Totoo yun kasi talagang sobrang vibes lang yung personality nilang dalawa. And me as an older brother with 30, growing up seeing him, play with the chip on his shoulder, and honestly not knowing how far he'll go, but when I saw the hard work and commitment he did during that summer, I felt a little bit more calm and let him go his own way. Because I was before we would have this negative relationship as me being the brother that would be negative in a way na parang since very perfectionist ako and detailed ako sa laro ko, parang pag may nakikita akong may ginawa siyang 10 maganda, yung isang mali niya lang yung nakikita ko. Yun lang, ganun yung relationship namin ni 30 before. And then that's why, growing up, maturing and being close while being far apart, if it makes sense. Kasi pag wala kaming magawa sa isa't isa, we would be on FaceTime for 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes we would call. So that relationship grew na now na natumba namin yung barrier na yun na yung pagiging negative ko in a way na as an older brother. Sobrang naging close kami all of a sudden with a lot of things. So kaya minsan pinapabayaan na lang kami ng parents namin kasi nakikita nila kami na we're actually siblings with everything that we do.
Well, I mean, actually, after a while, you have to see that he's effective, and you go, okay, you know what?
Yeah. True.
You do you. Yeah, you got it.
True. Yeah.
So dadaan talaga sa ganun eh. So, I mean, pareho rin, Andre. Si Andre parang ikaw eh. Ganun din siya eh. So parang alaga niya si Kobe.
Totoo.
So, pero binuli niya nung bata. Yun lang. Same lang, oo. Anyway, Kiefer, of course, besides your brother 30, isa ka sa mga unang nag-abroad.
Yes, so definitely comes with its own challenges and stories. So let's get into our next segment. It's called The Replay.
Mga Kakal Bros, we're giving away a total of 5,000 pesos Arena Plus vouchers to 10 new users. Tune in lang sa Basketballeros with the Kakal Bros. Tapos sagutin ang Anong Pick Mo questions at comment section. Huwag kalimutang ilagay ang inyong Arena Plus username. Join na!
So here on the show, we have to know where we came from. So we'd like to predict where we're going. So let's start with your last season with NLEX. How did you end up going to Japan? That was a lot of risk, but you took it.
Yeah, I mean, like what I said, it was towards the, I would say...
Naka 4 years ka na?
Yes. Opo. Pero medyo weird yung 4 years ko, Tito Bench, kasi naglaro ko ng 1 year, tapos nasuspend ako ng 1.5 taon.
Yes.
And then, pagbalik ko, nag-pandemic naman. So parang,
so parang 1 year lang.
Basically, honestly, I think in the PBA before I left, I probably played a total of 60, 70 games in the PBA. In 4 years.
So you barely played in the
barely
PBA.
played. I don't know, but probably others wouldn't even consider me as a PBA player.
Kaya nga eh. So yan, tandaan ko yun.
So ganun lang. Pero, with NLEX, it was towards the mid of the pandemic wherein after the bubble season we had in Pampanga, a month after, 2 months after, we tried the hybrid bubble. It's just work, home, practice. Hybrid, as if everybody tried to follow that. But it was hard kasi I felt like I was losing time in a way na bata pa ako na gusto kong naglalaro para matuto. Pero I understood the stakes at the pandemic wherein everybody was just at risk.
Yeah.
We would play, maglalaro kami, 2 laro, may magpa-positive sa COVID, sa corona.
Down na.
Stop na naman for 2 weeks. Pahinga na naman, walang nagpa-practice, virtual training. Again, the same cycle. So parang umabot ako sa point na sabi ko, I have to do something. And dumating naman yung offer ko sa Japan. And then I was very fortunate to be able to be with NLEX and, from Boss Ronald, Coach Yang that time, and Boss MVP. Nagpaalam naman ako sa kanila. I did my paalam talaga ako na maayos, talk to them properly. And of course, hindi nila man sila nagdalawang isip na hindi ako payagan.
So ang sa akin lang, like nangyari sa'yo, you were suspended, then pandemic. So, ang tagal, di ba? So you think it's better na it happened to you than kay 3D? Is it going to be the same story na nangyari sa'yo na kinaya mo? Kasi alam natin si 3D, medyo risky to. Gusto nito yung talaga.
Medyo din, kiti-kiti din si 3D.
Kung mangyari sa kanya yun.
Siguro I would say, the reason I got suspended, okay, sige, sa akin na lang. Okay na lang din na sa akin nangyari. Kasi, una, medyo swerte ako. I have a very, very strong support system. I'm not saying 30 doesn't. Of course, kami pa din naman yun. But siguro yung mental maturity lang at that point to understand what was happening. Siyempre, mahirap din kay 30 siguro. Siya, pa-start pa lang eh. Alam mo yun, magsa-start ka pa lang ng professional career mo, biglang
gigil
pader ka agad. Pader ka agad sumalubong sa'yo, di ba? So, I think it was a good learning experience for the both of us. Him from the back end, knowing what not to do in the future. So, yun naman yun. I mean, that's why, that's what probably big brothers are for. They'll make mistakes for you. They'll do it so you could, step on smoother surfaces in your career.
So, what about the fans of NLEX though? Because like for me, let's say you were saying you only played around 60, 70 games. So I would almost feel like, robbed, because like when you left and then you didn't renew, like how were they?
Of course, the more than the fans, it's the teammates, the management. Kasi every year you get to join the draft wherein you plan a future on how your team will look like. Ganyan naman ang draft eh, 'di ba? Especially if you're picking from 1, 2, 3, yung mga ganyan, di ba? Of course, those are like players that could change the course of your team. And since pinili nila ako, and with Coach Yang and how his system works, nandun na kami. We're going to the right direction. Kasi my first conference, my first All-Filipino conference, for the first time, we made it to the semis.
Ito na, it's working. It's working.
Parang, so it's like, wow, okay, sige, this is it, right direction. And then, boom, I get suspended. That's a year and a half. Probably, I think we made it to 1 or 2 playoffs. I'm not really sure. And then, nung pagbalik ko naman, pader na naman, pandemic, tigil na naman.
Can't stop that though. Yeah.
Parang that one was really, nobody could control that. But yun nga, parang for the fans, it was just always game, pause, game, pause, game, pause. So it was just really hard to find that momentum that I really wanted to share with the fan base of NLEX.
Parang the NLEX fans can be like, Kiefer, he's the one that got away.
Gatot.
So when you did leave for Japan, what was like one of the, some of the bigger things that you've missed here?
Obviously, I think family is the biggest part. Food and friends, I would say. Food and friends. Yun ang mahirap kasi parang iba yung siguro po yung parang ganito na nakakapagkwentuhan kayo, yung ganyan, laking outlet din yan, especially with how stressful basketball is and overseas life. There was a point wherein, when I just got there, I found a Filipino restaurant in Kyoto, probably like 10 minutes away from me, that would open around dinner time, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. At least once a month, I would go there and spend time kasi maraming Pilipino kumakain doon during the weekend. Tapos minsan nakipag-usap sila sa akin or di naman nila ako kilala lahat. Tapos minsan naman nakakakinig ka lang ng nagtatagalog na kwentuhan. Parang okay, ito yung pinagdaanan ko sa trabaho ngayon. Ito yung ng boss namin. Ganyan. So it's very refreshing for me na may ganun akong napupuntahan. So yeah, so that's why I say, things that I would really miss is the food and the friends, the company.
And so making the move to Japan was a huge step with no guarantees, but you did it. You did it.
Yep. Pero palagay ko gusto rin malamang ng mga Calbros natin. Ano kaya magiging picks ni Kiefer? Pasok na tayo sa main event.
So here we go, Kiefer. Welcome to Anong Pick Mo. This is where we just kick back, pick sides, and share points, stories, because it's more than just picking a side. May kasamang kwento pa yan.
Yes, walang rush dito. Basta yung mga sagot mo, kailangan lang may kwento sa likod ng bawat pick na yan. Okay, game?
Dapat anong pick mo at kwento. No?
Paiba natin yan.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, Kiefer, home or away?
Home.
Home. Bakit?
It's just... it's my personality, just being home, chill, laid back, and just being comfortable.
Anong pick mo? Offense, defense?
Offense, syempre. Tito Bench. Offense tayo.
Okay, so do you prefer more fast-paced games or yung controlled at strategic?
Controlled, strategic. Siguro... I mean, it's nice to be tactical in a way, wherein you there's this certain sensation that you feel when you outsmart somebody.
Yeah. And you're the general, so right, that's your thing. I feel that 30 would go. Yeah. No, I want that fast pace.
Okay. So, anong gusto mo? At your age right now, you want to be the leader of the team or support role? Sa Japan. Let's talk about Japan.
Siguro, leader of the team. Kasi last year, first time kong mapunta sa isang team na ako yung pinakamatanda.
Okay.
So, parang in a way, forced ka to be the leader. And at the same time, I wanted to share my knowledge and experience of playing overseas and international to the younger players.
Kala ko sasagot niya, wala namang sumikat na support.
Hirap. Who wants to choose that?
Ang galing niya. Pag siya yung doon, papalitan niya si Kiefer. Panoorin mo. Siya yung tagapalit ni Kiefer.
Pang 8 man pa, pang 8 pang siyampa. Hindi man 6 man
8 man, pang 8 man naman.
Ngayon, pag-usapan natin practice. Anong ba mas gusto mo? Extra practice?
Or extra rice?
Hindi. Or yung extra film. Viewing.
Siguro film.
Mas okay na sa iyo.
Sa film, mas okay sa akin ng film dahil sa Japan, ang haba ng season. Parang of course, daming laro, 60, 70 games sa isang taon. Tapos, wala masyadong court time. And at the same time, gusto mong fresh yung legs mo, fresh yung katawan mo. So, more on mental practices. That's how I would say more film.
So, enough na yung isang practice tapos more film.
Yes.
Okay, so ito. Road trip sa province o fly out abroad? Alin ang mas malaking challenge para sa mindset mo?
Siguro road trip sa probinsya. Uwi na lang sa province. Pwede bang fly domestically? Parang fly to Iloilo sa probinsya namin. Parang ganun. Siguro, or drive siguro province kasi mas gusto ko nandito sa Philippines. Obviously, being away for 10 months in a year, it takes a toll. But if I'd spend time with friends driving to La Union and go to the beach and have a good time, I would do that.
Pero in Japan, di ba, do they allow you to have certain time to go back?
Yes po.
Binibigyan kayo, di ba?
Yes,
break?
dito. I think may breaks kami during the FIBA window.
Yun,
so pag may FIBA window during November and Feb, yan, medyo nakaka-uwi kami. But it's not so long, It's not like a
parang
2 week off na.
Parang 1 week lang.
Parang minsan 5 days, minsan 4 days,
okay.
ganun lang. So,
sanda ko kasi si Kobe umuwi rin.
Yes,
parang 1 week. Kasama naman si Mrs. Home cooked meal or dine out date?
Home cooked meal. Sarap magluto yung wife ko.
Ikaw?
Mahilig siya sa mga prito-prito lang. Laban tayo. Sa kanya na yun.
So kung hindi na nakikinig Mrs. mo, dine out.
Dine out. Hindi, home cooked pa
Home cooked. Pag masarap eh.
Lutong bahay.
Actually, dyan tumataba ang mga mister.
Lutong bahay.
Sa luto ng...
Luto ng ina mo.
Oo.
Na inang asawa mo.
Asawa. Kasi
same person.
Kasi sinasadya ng asawa yan eh. Magluto na masarap para tumaba ka. Para wala ka nang dating sa iba.
Wala nang bitaw na.
Wala na.
Pumayat ako kasi we're not talking. My wife and I, nasa couch ako eh. Okay, so follow up to that. So what's the favorite meal of Diana?
And every time she cooks pasta.
Pasta.
So pag tinatanong niya ako anong pasta, pag nagsabi lang ako ng seafood yan, makagawa na siya. Or spaghetti.
So, pasta yung paborito mo kasi hindi masarap yung iba niyang pasta lang.
Masarap naman.
Baka bigla sumagot, ay hindi.
Ano na lang, lahat.
I'm good also making pasta. You just open the package, you pour it in the hot water,
and
then
oil and salt.
It's good. Okay, so personal downtime.
Oil lang, okay.
Personal downtime or quality time with your wife. What recharges you more after a loss?
After a loss. I think quality time with Diana.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
That is the right answer.
That's the political answer.
That is the right answer.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Off the record.
Don't do that.
Siyempre, parang yun talaga because being overseas kasi now she's entering pilot school. So time apart is really...
She's entering pilot school because she's a flight...
Yes. She was a flight attendant. She wants to be a pilot. So she's
awesome,
about to... She finished her ground school already, just took a break. But to prepare for the wedding. Ngayon, since malayo kami sa isa't isa, yung quality time talaga for us is very big. Whether sometimes I go home for 2 days, 3 days, laking bagay sa amin yun. That's why I would pick quality time.
I mean, how is that going to work? I mean, I don't want to pry into your personal life too much, but so you're going to go overseas for a while, and then she's going to...
Yes. It's not the ideal start of a marriage, I would say, but, both of us understand where we are right now at our points in life, and we both understand that what we're doing is something... down the road, we would be thankful for that we actually tried and did.
Saka hindi naman forever to.
Yes.
Meron din Saka pwede naman siya. Malapit lang ang Japan, di ba? So, like once a month.
She can fly there.
Sobrang... Pick me up. Sometimes, tara, uwi na tayo.
Bili kayo ng plane.
Imagine sa practice pa lang or sa school. Guys, I'll be back. I'm going to Tokyo.
Okay, weekend bonding. Chill lang ba kayo sa bahay or meron kayong ibang activities like sports or gusto niyo bang nanonood ba kayo ng movie or what?
Siguro, kung kaming dalawa lang ni Diana, we'd actually just chill at home. We love watching movies together. So we would binge watch series, movies, yung mga Harry Potter, mga ganyan. I would binge watch that.
What was the last movie you watched together?
Kasi I would fall asleep siguro.
Oh, you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I would fall asleep.
Siguro you enjoyed the whole movie.
What was that? Woodland Drive, I think.
2 years ago yun.
Di ba lumang movie, something like that.
Was, during the engagement pa lang.
It was like the number 2 movie in the list eh.
Yun yung hahanapin mo.
So Parasite was and then the number 2 was like Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive. My wife likes to watch movies with me also. She really loves scary movies. Ako ayoko talaga ng scary. Ayoko talaga, as in ayoko. Horror. So she'll say, okay, tara, let's watch a movie. Tulog agad. Tapos ako lang watching by myself.
And then si Diana pa, every time we would watch at home before we sleep in Japan, would love to watch horror movies. And then sometimes she forgets that I stay there alone for the rest of the year. She would be here for 1 week, and then now I have memories of The Ring or Sadako for 1 week or 2 weeks. Because we watched it, so naman.
She did that on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
To keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
So, who's the biggest motivator at home, you or Diana?
Be careful.
Who's the bigger motivator? I would say me. I would really talk to her, really persuade her in a way na she has her own life too. I'll be the number 1 fan when it comes to everything that she does. And I feel like that's one part of our relationship that makes it work, especially being away from each other.
I'm shooting a movie, and so in the movie, they make me smoke. I don't smoke. And so now it's hurting. Okay. So what's harder? I think you already answered this. So is it sports pressure or pressures married life?
Sports. I mean, married life is fun and should be
change
light,
the question.
fun, and happy.
Change the question.
Pressure. No.
Okay
na ako.
Pressure ng sports or pressure ng kasal?
Yeah, it changes, of course. The preparation for the wedding was a little bit taxing kasi I would say the hard part was we were preparing while we were apart. Alam na namin what would work. Sometimes with certain parts of the wedding, hindi niya na ako kailangan tanungin. But at the same time, medyo mahirap talaga na magkahiwalay kayo nagpe-prepare ng, of course, ng dream wedding, di ba? So, tas pangalawa pa dun, parang akala ko hindi ako magiging hands-on eh.
Sa wedding.
Oo, sa wedding. Parang usually kasi nowadays you would hear stories na
ikaw na bahala.
Bayad.
Ikaw na bahala.
Bayad na. Okay, ito na
Pero why Palawan?
Palawan was actually home for us just because dun ko na feel she was the one.
Okay, mas komportable ka ba sa routine yun ni Mrs. sa bahay? Or hindi kahit sa bahay, yung routine niya na ginagawa? Or yung spontaneous lang? Sa mas gusto mo?
Medyo spontaneous. Especially sa schedule ko. Hindi ko rin alam minsan kung biglang magpa-practice ng ganito, biglang kailangan umalis ng ganito, especially pag off-season. Pero the spontaneity is also good to keep the relationship, on your toes.
And you have to.
Yes.
Halimbawa sa food, let's say, nagtatanong muna siya sa'yo or magluluto, so surprise kami
minsan ganun din. Pero ang mahirap kasi we've all been there, yung pag nasa labas kayo, tas anong gusto nung kainin? Yung ganyan, yung tanong na ganyan.
Hirap hindi ka rin makasagot eh.
Pag nagtanong na ng kahit ano, parang ako, meron na akong go-to restaurants lang na alam kong whether or not ito ba yung trip niya for that day, at least masarap. Alam kong
yung talagang okay kayo pa rin.
Go lang. Yun, talaga, para walang away.
my wife chooses me usually to make the pick of what she doesn't want. So she'll say, where do you want to eat? Option A, B, or C? Sabi ko, gusto ko yung option C. Sabi niya, okay, so we'll go to A. What's the point, right?
Ask me next time, please.
Do I look good in this outfit? Oh, yeah, it looks so fine. I'll say, good, I'll change it.
Next time.
Ako sa bahay naman, pag tinanong ako kung saan tayo kakain, sa akin, tanongin yung mga bata. Kasi mahirap naman yung ngayon ganun mga bata, para mag-enjoy din naman sila.
Totoo.
Well, we learned a lot here today.
Pero tinuturuan ko yung yung 16-year-old ko. Pag nagtanong si ma'am, ito yung mga pupunta mo. Bakit? May mga bar dyan. Okay. Usually kasi walang bar yung pinupuntahan natin.
Kasi may mga 8-year-old pa. May 8 years old pa kasi.
Saan nyo gusto? Fridays daw. Gusto na yung Fridays.
Yes.
Okay. Saan? Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay.
Chili's?
Yung sasagot pa na, dun ulit.
Doon ang gusto namin. Okay. Alam ko na yun.
And then when you walk in, hi Sir Benji, your reservation is here.
Patay tayo dyan.
All right, so we learned a lot of things from you, Kiefer. You showed us your skills and your heart. And most importantly, you've showed us that you have learned the ways of a married man, that your wife is right.
Yep. Kaya game na tayo para sa gustong malaman ang tunay na laro behind the numbers. Let's go to the Pro Read. Alam mo, sa tagal ko rin sa pro level, iba pa rin yung talagang may game sense. Yung laro sa PBA, syempre, iba rin yung laro sa Japan. Yung pagiging floor leader, yung parehong liga, at kailangan marunong ka rin magbasa ng kalaro mo. Kung saan ka man lang dehado, doon ka mag-a-adjust.
Oo nga. Let's dig into the reads and habits na nagdala kay Kiefer sa international level.
Okay. So, eto, Kiefer, ano yung tumakbo sa isip mo bilang floor leader? Paano mo nababasa yung depensa? Kasi hindi to naituturo sa mga players eh.
Siguro, Tito Bench, nag-e-exert ako ng extra effort sa scouting. Nagbibigay talaga ako ng oras manood ng games ng kalaban, kung ano yung kalaban namin. And I think that's a big part kasi hindi ka na gugulat eh. Siyempre, sa point guard, doon ka madalas nagkakamali is if hindi ka prepared or hindi mo napag-aralan yung sistema nila. Lalo na, siguro yung gift ko lang talaga na nagawa is I'm able to slow down everything mid-possession na nakikita ko na alam ko na kung tatrapin ako sa ball screen, kung ano yung klaseng depensa nila sa weak side. So, preparation comes a long way if you watch a lot of film against your opponent.
I think that's really cool. I think it's also another part of the game for you that you want to conquer, right? Mm-hmm. So there's playing on the court and being able to beat your opponent like off the ball or being able just to score. But then for you, the chess match part of you being able to break down the game and go, this is the strategy that we're going to use against. It's like another part of the game that you win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because growing up, I wasn't always the most athletic, the tallest and the strongest, so I had to find a way to navigate my way, especially as the competition grows from this collegiate level to the pro level to the international level, being part of the national team. So I had to find a way, and I felt like my smarts was my way, so I had to take advantage of that. I had to take advantage of that.
So halimbawa naman, reading kasi game, alam mo na, yung player, yung makakatapat mo, magiging handicap ka ba ron o ikaw yung lamang, malalaman?
Siguro ngayon, sobrang advanced na din ng scouting and the way you see players. Very accessible na siya. Kung may gusto kong panoorin, type itin mo lang, YouTube ka lang, mapapanood mo na yung player na to kung paano siya kumilos, diba? So, sa amin naman...
You can actually put it in ChatGPT.
How does he play?
Move? Yeah, exactly.
So,
give me the TLDR.
So parang kung accessible na yun, why not take advantage of that? I watch film again and then see where his attack points are. Especially, I mean, lahat tayo nanonood ng NBA. In a certain level na gano'n nakataas, there's really no stopping you could do and like paano mo mapipigilan si Kevin Durant, diba? Parang, but umaabot kami sa point with his left dribble pull-up, it's 54%. It's right dribble, it's 32. So, kung mashutan mo ako sa kanan mo,
okay
na. Wala na akong magagawa. Pinagtatrabahuhan mo yan. That's what you do. But you lessen the percentages.
Yun.
Diba? So, I mean, it goes to that extent kung paano mo talaga paghandaan yung kalaban mo on how you prepare for, one game.
Ako kasi, like, for example, if I'm still playing and I'm going to go against Junmar Fajardo, Ang gagawin ko lang is magsisimba ako siguro ng marami.
Magdadasal. I mean,
yun na lang kulang.
Yun din naman sabi nila. I mean, especially the elite players, pag si Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, I mean, sometimes all you can do is pray talaga. Intis ka na lang, di ba, Lord?
So, ini-imagine ko like si Steph, ano yung sinasabi ng coach how to defend him? Parang, how?
Totoo, di ba? I mean,
you just you shout vulgar stuff from hoy, hey. Like sometimes he just pulls up from anywhere, right? At least
it's not going in. It's not going in. It's not going in.
Malayo, mahirap eh. Iba. So
iba talaga.
Ganun din. So I mean, siguro just to get to the point wherein preparation really is a big key. You probably won half of the battle if you come in prepared to a game or your opponent or sino man individual matchup mo. So that's how I do it.
So ito, nakatulong ba yung paglalaro mo sa NLEX going to Japan or kinaya mo na from you up diretso ka ng Japan?
Malaking bagay yung NLEX part ko pa rin. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I would do differently. I had to take that step. Kasi siguro, more than just the skill, I think one thing that prepared me with that portion of my career na sa PBA NLEX ako was being professional. I think that was one thing that I didn't learn during my collegiate career was how to be a pro and being surrounded by the vets, Tito Asi, sila Larry Fonasher.
Oh, yeah.
Yun yung mga veterano ko nung time na yun eh. Cyrus Baguio. Diba? So, I was blessed to be around those guys at the early stage of my career wherein these guys don't actually have to show up here. They just have to, come in and practice 10 minutes before. Practice, go home right away. But you see those guys coming in 2-3 hours before, getting their shots up. Having no complaints without playing. Si Asi, hindi naman na siya masyado naglalaro towards the end of his career. Even sila Kuya Cyrus. But show up. They just keep on showing up. And I think that was a big eye-opener for me in terms of being overseas on how I was able to prepare my professional maturity. It's a matter of just showing up. Kahit anong pagod mo, anong mismo sa pamilya mo, you just have to show up. And I learned it from those guys.
I'm not sure if this happened, but if you were there when I was part of NLEX. So were you there at that practice?
I missed it. I think I was hurt or something.
Oh, yeah. So I actually had a tryout at NLEX. Asi wasn't there. Sean Anthony was guarding me. Yeah. And I got a contract from Coach. He gave me a contract to be the ball boy.
Yeah. And water boy.
Water boy. So you
heard about it.
Yeah. So I'm legendary. Thank you.
For that reason alone.
This really happened. I was hosting a show for Fox Sports and I went there and I tried out and I was very good as a water boy, ball boy, both. So that's both two positions. Yeah. So I don't know how many positions did you play?
One lang.
Yeah, ako two.
Two.
You?
One lang din.
Okay. So
unique, ano? So yung kanina sinabi ko, ganun pa rin, stop dreaming.
Wake up.
Ano na? Yun na lang eh.
Wake up.
Stop dreaming na. Okay, tama tayo. Okay. May isa nakakaano pa yun eh. Usually, na-advise ko, keep on dreaming. Pero sa'yo, there are times na, stop mo na. Pag talaga hindi kaya. Okay na.
I'm never going to stop dreaming. Dreams will come true one day. And then...
Hindi, I'm telling you. No.
Stop.
It's not.
Telling you, stop.
Trust me. Stop. Just stop. Yeah, concentrate tayo sa show. Dito na lang. Dito na lang
this
muna.
This is my dream.
Okay na tayo. Ang sarap-sarap dito, nakaupo tayo. Hindi tayo napapagod.
All right. So, off court, there are a lot of stories about Kiefer and people don't know this about you.
Yes, minsan yan pa nga yung memorable kesa dun sa laro. Yeah.
All right. So, if you were to choose among the Filipino players, do you think you can thrive abroad next? Who do you think can thrive abroad next?
I would say from the collegiate level, of course. I think Fortsky Padrigao can play a good level of point guard international level. He's up there. Kian Baclaan is a good fit. Especially, I think he would be a good fit in Korea. Sino pa ba yung mga, especially yung mga ano natin, yung mga malalaking bata natin ngayon, sila Ugadan from San Beda. I forgot his name, na from Cebu din ata na nag-transfer sa NU. Si Daep, I think he's also a good player from DLSU with size and his motor and ability to run up and down the floor even though he's young. And yun siguro, I think those names that would make a mark not only in the local scene but international as well.
I think you're missing one. Casey Montero?
Oh,
the dream. Dude, stop.
Keep the dream alive.
They call him Casey the Dreamer Montero.
Stop.
Casey the Dreamer.
So, like, my dream is to be a water boy in Japan. So
I gotta make you a try. I gotta give you a tryout.
Yeah,
I'll give you a call.
It's been a couple years since I was on the team. My knees are a little bit shaky, but
kasabay mo yung mga coaches nakasuit. Nakasuit ka rin. Aabot ka ng tubig. Kasi mga coaches doon, sabay ka, no? Kasama ng mga coach. Time out. Tawagin mo pa yung mga players.
You might know someone, you know? If not, then I'll go to the EuroLeague.
Yeah.
Sama ko rin.
Yan, masaya.
Okay, sino naman yung nag-abroad ka? Sino naman yung naging mentor mo or naging inspiration mo nung naglalaro ka ron? Kasi mag-isa ka lang.
Siguro nung mag-isa ako doon, I think one of my mentors talaga was Brock Motum. I would say Brock, he played in the EuroLeague. He plays for Australia for the national team. I think he was in the 2016 Olympics for the Boomers. He was a good friend of mine as well. And siguro si Justin Burrell also. I'm talking about imports just because they've been doing this overseas thing for quite some time now. Si Brock's playing in the EuroLeague in Japan, in Lithuania. Si JB played in Japan for more than a decade now. So they took me under their wing.
They're like the blueprint.
Yes. Just, questions I keep on asking them on how you do this, Especially wala naman yung mga pamilya nila doon. Si Brock, nandun yung family niya. And just the relationship grew that, it's beyond the basketball court na, unfortunately. Si Brock and JB, I invited them to my wedding. Unfortunately, they had like commitments to do on their own, and of course, it's the off season. I didn't want to take time off of their off season and away from their families just to go here and spend time with me and Diana. Pero malaking bagay yung dalawang yun for me, and also my coach si David Gomez. Yun, nakapunta siya dito sa wedding ko sa Palawan, and they're just more than like family na, and he's always proud that naging player niya ako. So yun siguro yung tatlong people who just really motivated me and inspired me to keep on going. Of course, given naman na yung family mo given naman na yung magulang mo, yung asawa mo, yung mga kapatid mo, given na yan sa pag-motivate nila sa'yo kung bakit mo ginagawa to. Pero I think those three people would have the biggest impact in my international career.
Nice. So we were talking about your wedding earlier, and I'm going to ask this because I wasn't there because I wasn't invited. But like, who else went? Like,
dude, stop.
The water boy at his wedding.
Actually, that was the hardest part, Keith. Parang that was the hardest part.
You gotta cut. People get cut.
Yeah. That was so hard. Not because you wanted to cut down on the cost as well, but just because if you invited one, you had to invite everybody.
Yeah.
I'd rather everybody's mad at me. It's like, why didn't I get invited? Then one is like, I invite one, and then why was he invited?
Yeah, why is this group of friends? Why is that one person going?
Wala na. That's why I mean, much love to all my basketball family, locally, internationally. But that was my reason. So hopefully you guys understand it. Kaya wala ding basketball player, honestly, na pumunta doon na naging teammate ko, naging ko, kasi
hindi nga, sabihin, ba't siya
mahirap din, and at the same time, again, talagang we wanted to keep the circle really close, and I think I'm very proud that we were able to pull it out. Pull through, and it was so fun. Just until now. But the funny thing is, after this, everybody wanted a wedding part 3. I was like, as long as you're gonna pay for it. Sabi ko,
you need a Metro Manila version.
It was too much.
Pwede naman nun kailangan may sponsor lang.
Sponsor.
Sponsored.
Ninongs.
Yan. Anyway, Kiefer, maraming salamat sa time. Binigay mo sa amin. Alam ko, very busy ka rin and aalis ka. And of course, kailangan mo to be with your family. Thank you. At ang dami naming natutunan. Okay, ang dami nating natutunan, Kiefer, on and off the court.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm super happy to be able to talk to you as you're getting to get ready to go to Japan and play. And again, I'm just a fan of your whole family, and I'd love just to see where you guys can go. So like and I think we're going to ask this question a little bit later on is, do we choose Kiefer here in the Philippines or do we choose Kiefer abroad? And personally, I would choose Kiefer abroad because I just want to see where you can go, right? You have the Philippines. Where can you go?
Yes.
Yeah, same thing. I choose Kiefer to playing abroad.
Yeah, so that is the question. Anong pick mo, Kiefer in the PBA or Kiefer in Japan? We're curious about what you guys think and what your take is. So please feel free to drop your comments. You can comment anything you want. Basta maganda. Anything you want, but good. Even the facts na mas pogi ako kay Benji today. Comment nyo, please. We enjoy reading your comments. Oh, we do enjoy them.
Nga pala, baka meron silang gustong mag-guest natin. Just feel free to let us know. At halimbawa, mga NBA players, I'll stop dreaming also.
I was like, wow.
Hawa ko sa'yo.
Grabe naman.
I-follow nyo lang yung aming mga socials. Basketballeros with the Calbros on Facebook, IG, YouTube, and Spotify. Kiefer, thank you.
Thank you.
Kiefer Rovena.